A very warm welcome to you to this edition of Dalsan TV English News. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. Let's have a look at some of our top stories. President Mahmoud shifts to Muhaz to bolster war efforts. UN Under-Secretary General and President Mahmoud meet to discuss ongoing war and ATMIS exit. 4.3 million people uprooted by drought and insecurity, report has revealed. Former Iran governor criticizes lack of development and calls for genuine governance. The president of the federal government of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, has left Dalsan town, where he stayed for a period of 1 month. The president arrived today in Muhaz as part of the ongoing efforts in the fight against Al-Shabaab.
In a move aimed at intensifying the fight against Al-Shabaab group, President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud has departed from Dalsan in Galmudug state to establish a new command center in Muhaz district. The president has been leading the war effort from Dalsan for nearly a month, overseeing operations in the Mudug and Galgaduud regions. However, his relocation to Muhaz district signifies a strategic step forward in the ongoing battle against the militant organization. Located approximately 130 kilometers southwest of Dalsan in the Hiran region, Muhaz district holds a significant importance due to its proximity to key towns like Elbur and Wabho. These towns have been recently liberated from the control of Al-Shabaab, underscoring the critical nature of the president's decision to establish his new command center in this region. During his stay in Dalsan, President Mahmoud engaged in a series of talks and meetings with various stakeholders. He held discussions with local elders, convened a consultative meeting with leaders from the federal member states, the mayor of Mogadishu, politicians, and members of the public. The head of the state met with foreign dignitaries in Dalsan, including the European Union Ambassador to Somalia, Tina Intelman, and the UN Under-Secretary General, Mr. Atul Kare. These diplomatic engagements underline the international community's support for Somalia's efforts in countering Al-Shabaab and stabilizing the region. Upon his arrival in Muhaz, the president was greeted by a delegation consisting of ministers, members of parliament, and the former governor of Iran region, Ali Jaite. Jaite played a vital role in leading the war effort in the region from July of last year until his recent dismissal. The presence of experienced individuals like Jaite in Muhaz signifies a commitment to a coordinated and sustained effort in dismantling Al-Shabaab's infrastructure and diminishing its influence in the region. President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud made it clear that military operations against Al-Shabaab will not cease until Somalia achieves final victory. Under his leadership, the government has intensified its fight against the militant group, resulting in significant victories. Notably, a mid-level Al-Shabaab official, Abdullahi Malingur, also known as Nurdek, surrendered to the government forces near the town of Wissel in the Mudug region last week. The Minister of Interior, Federal Affairs and Reconciliation, Ahmed Muallim Fiqi, confirmed the surrender and highlighted the government's success in liberating the villages and towns from Al-Shabaab control. Hundreds of militants have been neutralized during these operations, further weakening the group's hold on the region. As President Mahmoud establishes his new command center in Muhaz, expectations are high for a continued and coordinated effort to eradicate Al-Shabaab's presence and restore peace and stability to Somalia.
A humanitarian organization based in the United Kingdom, Islamic Relief, has revealed its latest report that Somalia is facing an unprecedented displacement crisis. A humanitarian organization based in the United Kingdom, Islamic Relief, has revealed in its latest report that Somalia is facing an unprecedented displacement crisis. The report, released on Wednesday, highlights that a staggering quarter of the country's population, amounting to over 4.3 million people, are internally displaced within Somalia. This figure marks the latest ever recorded in the country, which has a total population of approximately 17 million. The dire situation in Somalia can be attributed to a combination of drought and conflict. The report underscores the devastating drought has not only claimed the lives of people and livestock but has also decimated crops, resulting in skyrocketing food prices. Consequently, numerous individuals have been forced into a state of destitution. Somalia, already one of the worst affected nations in the region, is grappling with a dire drought situation, leaving a staggering 8.25 million people in need for urgent humanitarian assistance. The international community must respond to this crisis with utmost urgency, providing the necessary resources and support to alleviate the suffering of the Somali people. Now, the self-proclaimed president of Hiran state, who was the former governor of Hiran region, has delivered a passionate address to a large gathering in the Mahas district today. In his speech, he strongly criticized both the Hirshabelle administration and the federal government for their failure to initiate significant development projects in the Hiran region. Ali Jaite Osman, the former governor of Hiran region and self-proclaimed president of Hiran state, delivered a passionate address to a large gathering in the Mahas district. In his speech, he strongly condemned both the Hirshabelle administration and the federal government for their failure to initiate significant development projects in the Hiran region. Mr. Jaite expressed his disappointment with the absence of proactive administration that truly represents the interest of the people, particularly after key collaborative stakeholders left the region. He highlighted the lack of noteworthy projects throughout his tenure, emphasizing that no substantial initiatives had been accomplished in terms of securing funds for Somalia's debt or other vital endeavors. He stressed that the governance should genuinely prioritize the needs of the people rather than merely offering empty promises. This statement by Jaite comes at a critical juncture as he is scheduled to meet with President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud in Mahas today. Following this meeting, President Hassan Sheikh plans to dispatch a delegation to Mahas to strategize against the Al-Shabaab militia, indicating the importance of the discussions taking place. Despite existing tensions in the Hiran region, President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud has taken the initiative to engage in dialogue with Hiran politicians who oppose the government. He seeks to encourage them to set aside their differences and collaborate with their central government in combating the Al-Shabaab militia. Hiran, known for its pioneering efforts in countering Al-Shabaab, has achieved a measure of success despite limited government support. The region's resilience and determination in the face of adversity have been remarkable, as local actors have taken the lead in combating the Al-Shabaab. As the political landscape evolves, it remains to be seen how the meeting between Ali Jaite Osman and President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud will influence the trajectory of development and security in Hiran. United Nations Under-Secretary General Mr. Atul Kare held talks with President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud on Sunday during a visit to Somalia. According to a statement from Villa Somalia, the two leaders discussed ongoing military offensive against the Al-Shabaab, ATMIS troops drawdown, and the post-ATMIS support to Somalia.
The UN Under-Secretary General Mr. Atul Kare engaged in crucial discussions with President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud during a working visit to Somalia on Sunday. According to a statement released by Villa Somalia, the official residence of the president, the meeting between the two leaders primarily centered on three key areas: the ongoing military offensive against Al-Shabaab, the drawdown of troops from the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia, and the United Nations Support Office in Somalia's post-ATMIS support to Somalia. The discussions underscored the shared determination of the international community and the Somali government to combat terrorism and ensure lasting peace and security in the country. The military offensive against militant groups, particularly Al-Shabaab, has been a focal point of efforts to stabilize Somalia and protect its citizens from the threat of extremism. The ATMIS, a crucial component of these counter-terrorism operations, has received vital logistic support from UNSOS. As the UN Support Office in Somalia, UNSOS plays a pivotal role in providing the necessary logistical assistance to both ATMIS and the Somali security forces. This support has been instrumental in strengthening the capacity of Somali forces and facilitating their collaboration with international partners in the fight against extremism. The meeting between Mr. Atul Kare and President Mahmoud also addressed the ATMIS troop drawdown. which reflects the progress made in enhancing the capabilities of the Somali security forces. The gradual transition of responsibilities from ATMIS to the SSF is a significant step towards achieving a self-reliant and sustainable security framework in Somalia. The discussions delved into UN sources post-ATMIS support to Somalia. The United Nations remains committed to assisting Somalia beyond the ATMIS mission by providing continued support in various areas, such as capacity building, infrastructure development, and institution strengthening. This support will be crucial in ensuring the long-term stability and prosperity of the country. The meeting between UN Under-Secretary General Atul Kare and President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud signifies the strong partnership between the United Nations and Somalia in their joint efforts to combat extremism and promote peace. It reinforces the commitment to working together.
Well, that story of President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud brings us to the end of our bulletin. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. Kindly don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and have a lovely evening.